Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper? Yeah.
There's a right tool for every job.
Well, I'm with the tray.
Oh my god, cat.
It's a kitty. Cat.
He loves it. Look at him.
He's not gonna come out.
No, he's having too much fun.
Like, this is my life now.
Yeah, he loves it.
Alright. Look like a freak of nature. Yeah. Yeah, let's go for a little ride. So this thing is heavy, but it's not too heavy. I feel like my paramotor weighs more. Woo-hoo. Yeah. Oh, this thing is so nice to hop on. Oh, yeah. Come on, turn. You got places to be. Gotta look like a fool. I don't know, what do you think? Is this a midlife crisis? This isn't a convertible or a motorcycle. I don't got anything to prove. Wait, yeah, I do. I am 5.15 inches.
McMurray. Have a 5.15 inch beer. What?
So I did put like a rear view mirror on here, but I don't know if this is going to be effective. I need to adjust it up a little bit, but I think it sits too low unless I put a seat on this sucker, which they do got. Apparently they got seats that go on real easy. This road is just atrocious. Yay. Let me through. All right. We are banging on all cylinders now, baby. Alright, so why did I get the Varla? So everybody and their mom in the paramotoring community has a one wheel. And those are cool and all, but there's a couple problems with them. One, the nice ones are $2,200, and yeah, they do have the pint, but still a lot of money for that. They can't go super fast, and they don't have a super high extended range. But the other problem I have with them is they're also kind of dangerous. In fact, the one injury I'm aware of at Endless Foot Drag this year was from a one wheel. It was actually a friend of mine. He took it too fast and it stopped on a dime on him, and got thrown off. The way you stand on those things, if you get thrown off, you're really, really likely to break your collarbone, which is what he did. So there's cost, there's safety, and plus speed and range too. But I really wanted something I could tool around in, but still use it as a tool. So it'd be nice if, I go to more fly-ins and whatnot, instead of having to walk or use a bicycle like I did last time. I'd have something fun. I also wanted a tool so if I go out to a field and the wind's blowing in a direction where I have to walk all the way across the field to get myself set up, put my paramotor, my equipment on the back, and just tool myself out there. The last thing is I just wanted something too where get off work, and if I got nothing going on, or if I'm not going to fly or do something else, I take a little joyride. I did that for the first time this week. 6-mile across town ride to a friend's Thanksgiving, and I mean, it was just a joy. And this thing is about like $600 cheaper than the most expensive one wheel. And man, this thing cooks. It's got 3 gears and I haven't even gotten out of one yet. Like once you start reaching around 20 miles an hour, it just feels like you're going to disintegrate if you crash. But oh yeah. Now mind you, I haven't even ridden a motorcycle in my life other than that electric hog that I borrowed at Endless Foot Drag, but that thing could only go like 35-40 miles an hour. I've just never been interested in them until I rode on that thing. Tell you what, this thing does satisfy my craving for some outdoor riding. There's nothing like standing up and going at dangerous freaking speeds. Oh yeah. I will say I am quite satisfied with it. Like the suspension on this, I could go off-road on the grass and whatnot. It's still real smooth. I've gone over bumpy sidewalks and driveways and handles like a champ. Hot diggity dog. Now the one thing I didn't like about it was when I first got it, it was like squeaking like down by the brake pads. And I loosened the brake to get it to align center with the rotor here because it was just dragging on it. When I loosened it and fired up the wheels, it would just pull it all the way to the left and right, basically no give. It basically determined that the rotor itself was like warped. And that's really disappointing. This thing's $1,600 and it shipped with a warped rotor. Not to mention I noticed a little bit of rust on a couple of the nuts, but yeah, there's some quality control issues there. What I did is I took basically an adjustable wrench to it and would just basically spin it, bend it, and I got it to be pretty straight again, so it worked out. But still, for $1,600, that should have better quality control. Yeah, this thing's got 3 gears, and you can start it off in different modes, and it'll take off on you. Let's see, do I got dual now? Okay, so that's both wheels spinning. You can do just the back or both. Greatly increases acceleration, it just snaps your neck. Then you got eco mode and turbo. So if I'm going for a long ride across town and I want to make it back, I'll put it on eco. And I mean, this thing climbs gradients and everything. I can keep up with cars, but definitely not comfortable going street speed yet. I don't know if I will. If I hit a bump or something, I mean, it takes it well, but Simon, dual motor, turbo now. Oh yeah. It's clocking in at 25 kilometers an hour at the moment. I don't know if I was in eco or not. Maybe I was. Oh, acceleration on this is crazy. Yeah, I was in eco. I'm clocking at 32 kilometers an hour. I'm roughly about 20 miles an hour. I think I've gone a little faster in this, and it's basically all I'm comfortable with at the moment. So I've only taken basically one joyride across town. I've never ridden these suckers. Alright, let's punch it. So I'm on gear 1. I'm at 33 kilometers an hour. Plenty fast for what I want to do. The footboard on this is extra wide too, so it's super comfortable. I got brake lights behind me, so if I want to stop and someone's following me, they know what I'm doing. So I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska, and You don't see a whole lot of people on stuff like this. You might see a one wheel on rare occasion, but definitely get a lot of weird looks, but that's also because I look like a fool. I like the settings on it too, because at turbo mode, when you got both motors running, I mean, the acceleration just really feels like it wants to pull you, like snappy. So if you don't want that, you want a little gentler ride, you just turn it off and it's a little easier on you. I know what you're gonna say. Steve, I thought Mama didn't raise no baby. But you're gonna have to take it up with her. Mama raised a huge baby. Yeah. Oh yeah. I love this thing. I almost had some buyer's guilt over it now. We're talking about some expensive purchases in this one, not to mention that, this year I did buy a paramotor and stuff, but I'll tell you what, I am not well off. I drive a 09 truck, I don't own a house. I just don't like to spend money. I've been through a bunch of crap, but luckily for me, for 10 years I worked at one job where I rose up the chain of command pretty quick before leaving it. I just worked my tail off and I was able to save. So I did spend an uncomfortable amount of my savings on this whole endeavor, but a lot of this wasn't just out of a whim. It was part of a mission to kind of take my life back and learn to live again. And it's been working. And that's why I kind of got this too, because this will make flying trips more fun. It'll be useful at fields, and I get to have fun at home. I got off work today. Instead of really just hunkering down, figure maybe go for a little bit of a ride. So whenever you're struggling with stuff, you want to stay moving and do stuff that you enjoy. Stay active. Some of my old hobbies I just don't get joy out of anymore. I like video games, but they don't make me happy. I do like chores, but not if it's just by myself. If I'm doing it for other people, I usually get some satisfaction from it. Music's been fun again, but that's because I play with really great people and friends, and they make it fun for me. I kind of lost enjoyment of playing music by myself, just because I did that in college for so long, got burned out. Now I can use this to go do some joy rides, go see my friends, go hurt myself, throw myself over the handlebars. I almost biffed it yesterday. Went to pass a pedestrian and went on the grass to get back on the sidewalk. Tire caught the edge of the sidewalk. That'd have been bad news bears. Man, technology and battery tech. Hey, it's just freaking cool. Have something that could take you 40 miles or go up to 40 miles an hour. Oh yeah, the best part about it. It's just so quiet too. I could just go around, get a seat for this, be like, yeah, all the chicks will be up on. Of course, you gotta do one of the obligatory selfies, like the attention I am. Hey, when you're this cool, the world needs to know it. Yeah. So I might pick up the bike seat for it, I don't know. Maybe for one of those days I feel extra lazy. And I do want to get some headlights for it. Something nice and bright so I can cruise at night air. Ba-doop-boo-doop-doop-doo. So I think it was between this and maybe a Segway 9-bot, but really wanted to have that suspension. If the Segway had it, I'd have probably gone for that, especially since it's half the price. A lot of paramotor people like this Varla. I wanted that off-road capability to haul my paramotor on it. God, this sure does beat the days when I was growing up with a freaking mountain bike, huffing it up hills. It was a freaking dark ages. Nope. Grow up with that shit. Years later, you can get a freaking flying machine. You get a stick on your back and a electric to get you around. This helps preserve the dad bod. Yeah. So I've only flown maybe twice this month. I don't have much. I had one of the best flights I've ever had. But the problem was I was having such a good time. I didn't babble in it because I was too into what I was doing. Because they finally harvested the crops here in Nebraska, so I didn't have to worry about accidentally landing in corn or soybean. And I'm so new, I didn't want to take chances with anything. But they finally harvested the crops. And last time I went out, not only was crops gone, but the air was just butter smooth. So I felt comfortable enough doing just some low skimming, 15 feet off the ground to farmlands, and just took my first real true low adventure flight. And we've got the Platte River nearby, and now you shouldn't fly over water because if you land on it, statistically there's a 75% chance you'll die, just according to records I've seen. But in the middle of the river I was at, there was a massive sandbar where I was like, I could approach it with a certain glide ratio where if my engine went out, I could land on it. And then before I lost my out flying over it, I could just gain some altitude quickly and get off the river. So I decided to even do that. I mean, it was just a blast. Just one of the most beautiful flights I've ever had. The only thing wonky with it was landing. I came in to land, killed my motor plenty high, and man, I just hit some serious sink. Like I dropped like a rock. And that threw off my game plan because I was going in for a foot drag landing. I was dropping so fast, had to pull some of that brake instead of waiting on it. And then when I did, I started to bank like pretty hard. I wasn't sure if I was going to stick it, but for some odd reason I was able to. So yeah, I'll throw that up here. There's nothing interesting about it other than that, but the best parts were at the beginning. But gearing up here to do some flying at home and maybe do some winter flights and maybe knock one out once a week or something. The real goal is to do some traveling this winter. Like go down south, hopefully maybe hit up Salton Sea and maybe just go to Texas. Experience beach flying for the first time. Yeah, that was fun. But yeah, nice big wide seat board, kickstand. I don't know, I like it. Ooh, don't forget about this. Yeah. Other thing too is you got 2 charge ports down here, so you can get a second charger and charge it up twice as fast if you're using it all the time. But yeah, it's a slick ride. Some quality control issues, but where's Kitty at? Oh, there's a bad kitty. There's a cat that always likes to get out like it. Oh, there's a bad kitty. Eat a bad kitty. I must love you. Oh, gotta do some kitty curls. 1, 2, feel the burn.
That was easy enough. What are you doing?
Steve, it looks like crap. It's too dark.
I don't care. This isn't good content. Oh, man. Just look at all these gray hairs I'm getting. I'm getting old. No, I was never born. I was found in a fortune cookie. Yeah. Not even 40 yet. Jeez Louise. All right, so I'm getting ready to do some winter flying. So let's take a look at what I got. I've got motion heat gloves. Now, these are extremely expensive. They're like $300 gloves. And normally, cat, shut your mouth. Hey, you don't talk back to me, mister. Normally I don't spend that much on something so simple, but when it comes to paramotoring, I'm like, go big or go home. They have a 12 volt version and a 16 volt version. I bought the 16 volt version, and typically the battery can be zipped up in a little pouch in here, but with the 16 volt version, this is too big to go in there. So they actually provide you wiring to run it through your jacket and connect to your battery that way. So I've flown with some gloves before. Now mind you, this is my first year that I've been flying and I haven't flown in the winter yet, but these are just glove liners. They're not like a shell, so they're not going to block all the wind out. If it's not too terribly cold, I'm comfortable launching in these, I bet. Like, I feel like I got plenty of tactile, like, feel, so I can, pinch my A's just the way I want them and hold my throttle. And, maybe if I want to put a shell over it, I'll do that up in the air and just flip them to my jacket. So, you got a button on the side, then I can change how hot I want it. I mean, there's a lot of heat pumping off of this. So all the heat is coming from the top of my hand. I don't feel it in the palms at all. Once you get acclimated to the cold, I mean, I'm from North Dakota, so I'm used to dealing with the cold, but once you get used to it, your body will naturally keep blood flow going to the surface of your skin. When you're not acclimated, your body tends to take away blood from your extremities in order to conserve core temperature. That's why, like, end of the season, if you live up north and it hits like 30 degrees, you're like, it's streaking weather. Yeah. I think this is going to be great. It's plenty hot. We'll see how it handles just dealing with the wind once I'm up, but I can always put on shells once I'm in the air. I just want something where I'm comfortable setting up and launching and getting myself situated and gain some altitude before I deal with some other stuff. So $300, that's a lot of money. Kind of don't foresee myself buying another pair of these just because it's $300 is a lot of money for gloves. Now, if it's a love glove, yeah. Remember, ribbed condoms don't taste like ribs. Of course, I got my goggles, so I've got glasses. If you've got glasses, just search on Amazon for OTG gloves. over the glasses, OTG gloves, goggles. I'll wear this with my standard flight helmet. I'm not gonna wear that pink motorcycle helmet I got, but hopefully it doesn't fog up on me too much. But there's a solution to that you can apply to a lot of things in life. Just spit on it. So for facial, I got a baklava. Yum, 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 yum. Check out this balaclava I got. And I could barely fit my glasses in between here. I might have to cut a little notch. Man, being blind sucks. Ugh. What's cool is on this, the opening is on the bottom, so I can still pump out steam that way. I don't know if that'll work compared to having ventilation right here, but my full front is covered. I got ventilation down here, so I can smoke a cigarette. Yeah. Cat! You shut your mouth. Now for jackets, typically I just go for a standard Carhartt. The thing I wanted to do is cut down on bulk, especially on my upper side. Like, I don't care about my legs so much. I'm used to running in high top boots. You know, I'll wear like several layers in the winter, and I've worked, you know, an outside maintenance job a long time doing that, and I've always been fine. I don't mind so much bulk down there. I've got nice baggy Wrangler pants that I can wear 2 layers underneath that. For my upper body, I didn't want so much bulk, so I'm not like scrunched in the harness, and you know, I still feel like I've got some maneuverability. So I wanted a heated jacket to help alleviate that. So I went with a Milwaukee tough shell jacket. So these come with Milwaukee battery, and these do run big. My dad bod's the worst it's ever been. I thought I needed a large and ended up having to give that to someone else and get a medium because I was just swimming in it. This with a shirt on is like nice and tight, which is what you want, so that heating element doesn't warm the air so much as it warms you. Press my little button. This has different heat settings as well, including a pocket warmer. Feel it in my back and my chest. It's real nice. I have to change my handle to toaster boobies. Yeah, that's what I'm going with, so hopefully I can get a good amount of winter flying in. I don't know, overall it's just frustrating. This is like the first year where I have like this passionate hatred for daylight savings time, because immediately when I get off of work, it's like, it's dark. I mean, my work is cool. I get a lot of flexibility, but I've been burning a lot of vacation time recently flying when I want to stock it up so I can travel south and fly down there and stuff. So it's been a hindrance, and I haven't been waking up to fly. So if I've got a nice weekend, I want to take advantage of it and just be ready. So I didn't just get all that just for paramotoring. I figured have some nice comfortable gear too. I'm riding around, just joyriding on the Varla as well. Just need to get myself some battery powered underwear.
Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about, baby. Oh yeah. Man, this air is nicer tonight. Oh yeah, this is pretty fucking cool. Yeah, hot diggity dog. Oh, it's so nice having smooth air for once. Oh, there's the birds. Yeah. Whew. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, check this out. They make a David Hasselhoff chia pet. I picked a bad week to stop sniffing glue.